Hey there! You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, down here in the right-hand corner of your screen, and also we have some wonderful women with us today, our usual players. I'm going to introduce them again from left to right. First up, we have Darian, who plays Samel, and if you guys haven't noticed, Darian's a blonde now. How cute is she? She just showed us a picture. We just spent like the first hour of playtime like girl talking and stuff. And she showed us a picture of her playing a bass. And oh my god, she's so awesome. Jeez. Darian's like just awesome. Okay, and here's Maggie, Maggie, an hour ago, Pumpkin, where were you?
I was sitting on an airplane at O'Hare, but now I'm here in my apartment.
So she just did a quick jaunt to Washington, D.C. because Maggie's birthday came up. And she just turned, like, what is it, 18, Maggie?
Yeah, something like that. No, you know what? No, I'm 30 now, and I'm proud. And it was nice to go home and let the parents make me steak and fawn over me. And now I'm playing with you guys.
So that's dedication. She was on a plane an hour ago, and now she's here, ready to kick some butt. And lastly, we have the beautiful and awesome Siri from Siri Sims. You can check her out at youtube.com Siri Sims, and Siri, you have your birds in the background, and you guys might be able to hear them when we stop playing the Splendiferous Awesome theme song. That's
They're
what we
winding down for snooze time, I think. So they're interesting little finches. Asleep 7 on the dot my time, awake 7 in the morning my time.
That's awesome.
A little bit early to have them in the bedroom sometimes.
Did they
but there you have it.
recover from the move all right, Siri?
They have. They were pretty upset with me for stuffing them. Like my two parents had 8 babies, and I threw all of the 8 babies and the 2 parents in the small transport cage, and that was a little bit of an affront to their bird feelings. So we got here, and now they're back in the big cage, and so they're no longer like glaring at me so hard.
I was gonna say, did you walk up to them and then they turned around and gave you the tail?
They're just like stare at you like that. No tweeting, no happy preening, just.
That's so funny. Exactly. Finch attitude. That's great.
It's Finch attitude all the way. Now that they're in their big cage and they have their spray millet and their herbs and they're eating better than I do, they're happy again.
That's awesome. And I am Jessa, and I'm having a wild afro day. My hair is a bit kind of, it's on its, you have to just let an afro be. You can't try and tame an afro. You just got to let it do what it's going to do, basically. So I am here and we are ready to play. We haven't played in a few weeks because we've had different things going on in our lives, but we all love Crafts and Conquest and we're ready to play for you today. Remember that you can leave a comment below and let us know what you think we should do in the next episode. And I will recap now and pull up on the screen the map for the next episode. And so I just paused the recording there because Candace came in to join us. And so I'm going to introduce Candace.
Hello.
Hi, Candace. And Candace was...
Good morning, everyone.
It's morning time in New Zealand. And Candace was having a slightly difficult time because... Why did you have a difficult time, Candace?
I had a toddler meltdown.
Toddler meltdown.
Any parent knows the toddler meltdown.
What was it called? The back of defiance?
The back arch of defiance. When they just... You know, you didn't give them the grapes the right way, or you put like too much butter on their toast, and they just the back arch and the screaming. Yeah.
Motherhood is great, guys.
Yeah.
Yay!
No,
Motherhood is awesome.
Great,
so Candace is what we call birth control. Candace's stories. So yeah. I might tell my husband not to look at me, not to come anywhere near me for a while. Don't you dare!
Seriously, I had a friend, and her husband are talking about having a kid, right? I'm like, do you want to borrow her for the day?
And that will do it.
It's really helpful. I've been a nanny for 4 years, and I know the reality of children.
And they're so cute, and they're so beautiful, and they're such little terrors. Sweetie pies sometimes, but also, yeah. So Candace is here ready to relax and hopefully enjoy herself for the next 2 hours while we enjoy ourselves with Craft and Conquest. So I was about to recap. And in the background, we have Splendiferous Awesome's Jam playing. And if you remember, Splendiferous Awesome is a wizard of great renown. We are at WizCon 2014, hashtag. And the characters have crashed the WizCon. They arrived on Friday, yesterday. And it's now Saturday here, or whatever day you would call Saturday in this world. But anyway, and tomorrow evening is the big event where all the magicians, it's a show of some sort, the final show of the WizCon 2014. But we'll worry about that later, because now our 4 characters have broken into the quarters, the hotel room, where Cordiana's gecko told them to go. She followed the scent of the gecko and took them to this room where they found a secret chamber where a chandelier, a very huge chandelier, and the top of this building, and where I'm at, dear viewer, is right here in this room, right above where I just pinged. If you were to imagine yourself in this room, if you look up, there's a huge chandelier which is now gone up into the ceiling to reveal a large hole, and Trinket and Cassia went up in that hole, and at the top of the hole, and in this hole, they found this woman, this being, I should say. And I'll describe a little bit. You can see a good picture of her. But she's actually not very big. She's maybe about 3.5 feet, 4 feet tall. And she has a very shining eyes, a kind of mischievous grin. And you'll also remember that the room that this hidden room above the chandelier looks just like this picture. It's full of stuff in every corner. And I think, let's see, do I have a picture of it? Nope. I don't. So I have to remember where I put the picture for this thing. But while I'm doing that, I will also tell you guys that you guys now have the wreckage of 2 statues around, and no matter how much you guys might try and clean up, I don't think you're going to be able to hide that your presence was here. So in this room, this room is also quite fancy.
Smashed tables and
smashed tables. The chandelier's missing. So if you guys were hoping for, a kind of spy kind of thing going on, no. No. This is the room, the upstairs room. I'm just going to widen it up a little bit. And so this is you can imagine that this is the chandelier that has moved up, and we had already determined that there's this table here, and that all around the edges of this room, and I'll draw, are piles of stuff everywhere. And you can also see down here, for the next time you happen to go up into this room, that there is a little hallway down here. So I'm going to move this image over a little bit so you guys can just reference it when you need it. And I'm going to remove my little drawing off the table there. And I now leave it to you all and ask you the famous question that starts every session. What do you do?
Well, the rope has been taken down, hasn't it?
Yes. There's no easy way to get up to the hole that you can see. And the woman, the being, creature from above is leaning her head down, and she's got her arms like this, and she's got her chin rested, and she's just watching this whole thing, you know, and she's just looking at you guys, and just occasionally she's just like, well, that was very interesting. I haven't been so entertained in many a year. At least 300 or 400 years since I've seen something that fun.
Okay, I'd like to parlay with this chick.
Awesome. So Trinket, go ahead and click. Go ahead and click on your token, and click parlay. And for the viewers, Trinket is running she's doing a dungeon world move, and we are playing Dungeon World, by the way. And Dungeon World is kind of, I call it D&D light, basically. It's got far fewer rules, and it focuses much more on narrative. So Trinket is going, this is the move. When you have leverage on a character and you try to manipulate them, roll plus your charisma. Leverage is something they need or want. So in this case, though, she's gonna, you know, Trinket's gonna tell me what she's trying to do with that, with what she wants to get from this woman. So you rolled a 7, so you need, let's see, you need they need some concrete assurance of your promise. So basically, since you've rolled a 7, you're gonna need to convince this being that you can help her in some way. So go ahead, Trinket, and follow through on that.
Okay. Hey up there. Well, hi, down here. I'm about your height. Trinket. My name's Trinket. What's your name?
I never give out my name because, well, you never know who might want to use it against me. Oh, don't you know the rules? You never give out your real name.
Your real? No, I get that. So how long has he had you trapped up there? Whoever imprisoned you?
Oh, that beastly, and she starts suddenly crying. That beastly wizard. I have been stuck up here for so many moons, I have lost count.
Oh, honey.
And a tear drops down from the ceiling where she's hanging, looking very sad and lifeless, and all of a sudden, and then suddenly, as if nothing has happened, she just goes, but one must always look for the sunshine. Shante, 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 shante. And then she says, that's it. You can call me Shante. And
Shante. Cool.
I'm sorry, I just turned around really quick because there's a cat throwing up behind me. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Louises. He just laid a big... Oh, God. Okay, anyway.
Shante, hey, I think this might be something mutually beneficial to us. Maybe you can let us know how to get up there. It seemed like you knew before, and then we can help you get out of here. You don't need to be trapped by Splendiferous Awesome. We can get you out of here. We're kind of a big deal about getting people out of places. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
She says, you could release me from the master's promise?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I see no reason why not, right?
I love that, Trinket. Trinket's like, whatever that is.
Absolutely. We have very powerful friends, Shante, and we take care of each other. So maybe we could take you under our wing, our canary bubble ring, and get you out of there. What do you say? Let us up.
She says, well, I cannot let you up. I mean, there's no way that I can do it, of course, but I can tell you what the master does.
Great start, Shante. You're doing it.
She says, well, first, you must offer a promise of the heart.
Okay. Cool. First, yeah.
Now,
Nice.
Sisterhood. We all.
Well, Cassia is kind of sitting down, catching her breath, and smashing with her magic feet every piece of the statues that comes nearby, mostly just because she's in a bad mood because they tried to kill her. So any little fingers, especially the head, she took great satisfaction in slamming her her foot down on the head. But she's catching her breath for a second and just shaking her head because this seems ridiculous. This has to be a trap somehow. Everything's a trap.
So Mel and Cordiana.
Well, my lute got untuned from the last thing, so I'm just sitting there tuning that thing up. So,
A promise of the heart, huh?
A promise of the heart.
I can sing hair metal ballads. That's the ultimate promise of the heart, hair metal ballads.
Yes.
She says, well, in order to make a promise of the heart, you must repeat after me.
I'm on. Okay, ladies, let's do this. Great. Shantae, we're here for you. We want to get up. We want to poke around in there. Don't worry about that. But we also want to help you. We want to help.
Okay, so just give me a second, and the audience can see what I'm doing here, and you guys hopefully will be having a good laugh. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I'm looking.
So we all going to read it?
I'm going to repeat it to you. She's going to repeat it to you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. So, let's see here. Hold on one second while I... Okay, got it. She says, okay, got it. Okay, so she says, repeat after me. Repeat after me. I promise thee.
I promise thee.
In the excess of the mercy of my heart.
In the excess of the mercy
of my heart.
That its all-powerful love will grant all who shall receive communion.
That an all-powerful love shall grant
communion.
They shall not die under my displeasure.
They shall not die under my displeasure.
Displeasure?
Nor without receiving the sacraments.
Nor without receiving the
sacraments?
Or the sacred heart shall be of their assured refuge at my last hour.
Or the sacred heart shall be the last refuge at my last hour.
She says,
can't die or we die.
So what I did was I Googled Promise of the Heart lyrics, and and then I just whipped up what I saw. I took what I saw and changed it around for what I want to happen if something goes wrong. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's just called DMing, or GMing, I should say, game mastering on the spot. Make it up right on the spot. So anyway, you guys have just given, Shanti says, oh, wonderful, you've given a sacred promise of the heart. Well, I will tell you now, this is how he gets up. He walks in and he stands in the middle of that circle, and she's pointing at this big round rug here that is in the middle of the room. And she says, he stands right in the middle of that circle, and he holds his hands out like this. And then he mumbles a few words and he floats up through the hole. That's how. She says, I don't know what words he mumbles, but sometimes sometimes he goes and gets a book, and then she points over into this corner, over here. And she says, sometimes he goes and gets that big book and he refers to them. And
Okay.
and then he repeats the words quietly under his tongue. I mean, under his breath. And you guys can see a big golden leafed book sitting on a table over there in the corner that she's pointed to. And then she puts her hands down like this again, and she says, "This is the most fun I have had in years and years and years. In fact, the last time I had this much fun was about, it must have been 278 years, give or take a couple of months." Oh,
You look great, honey. Good for you. Good
You
for
know?
you.
the one thing that Master does is he tests his face cream upon me. Sometimes it hurts.
Oh.
And then she
Oh.
looks sad
Oh.
again.
Where does he put his face cream?
It's up here. There's a secret room. And Siri has dropped again. Siri has dropped again, but I'll refresh her when she comes back.
I think we should get up there, ladies. What do you think?
Well, why doesn't she toss us down one?
Oh,
Yeah.
you want me to give you a face cream? Oh,
Yes, please. I'd love to try it. I wanted my skin to be as beautiful as yours.
but if I toss it down, then you won't come and save me, and you'll break your promise of the heart.
Of course we're calm. We made a promise.
Oh, well, here, I'll try to get up. I guess, what part of the book has the...
Just go look at it.
passage?
Go look at the book, and I'll tell you what you see.
Alright, I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, so it's a big, it's like, it's like one of those, like when you go to the library and one of those old dictionaries, it's like huge, and it's got like places where you can mark your finger and open the page to that page, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but anyway.
Yeah, like the little side.
Yeah, the little side tabs things, anyway.
I love the side tabs. They're
Yeah,
all
that-
colorful.
And it's a book just like that.
They
So,
would always tell you to buy them for school, and then you never use them, and they would just sit in like your book bag, and you always like think to yourself, like, man, when am I ever gonna use these? And then I just end up throwing them out.
Darian, that's so deep.
I know, right? All the things that trouble me throughout my life.
The audience should know that that I absolutely adore Darian, and I always tell her so when she comes into the call. I have to spend like a minute and a half like telling Darian how awesome she is. So so anyway, so Darian, yeah. So you do you stick your finger in one of those tabs and open up one of the pages?
I'll stick my finger in the green one because green is always the best color. It always just
Absolutely.
leads to the best thing. It's the best flavor of Jolly Rancher. It's the best flavor Gatorade. It's just the best. So I'm gonna pick the green tab.
Okay, and so to the audience, I'm going to go over and she's going to look up a spell. So I need a spell really quickly. So I'm heading over to this site. And I am just going to see if I can get a random spell. Let's see here. That's the alchemy recipes. Down here I see spell books, so let's see. Okay, so we have a lot of spells here. This is awesome. And I'm just gonna pick a random one. Okay. So you click on the green and you see a spell in a language you don't understand. You can read it, but you don't understand. Think Latin, and it says a spell for curing wounds of a critical nature. Do you move on to another page?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we need right now.
I
Now,
need it.
is anyone watching?
Oh,
Is,
wait.
Rip the page out.
Oh yeah, let me just rip that page out for later.
you guys are totally wrecking this guy's past.
He probably has other he won't even miss that one. It's a really big book.
That's awesome. Okay, so you can move around to another page. I will tell you that you notice that there are a few pages where the page has been bent over. You know, the corner has been bent over to mark the page.
Oh yeah, we should go to that one. Yeah.
And is anyone else helping out? Is anyone else helping Samel with this book? Is anyone standing nearby her?
She can rest it on my head since I'm about that height.
It's a pretty heavy book.
I'm over here with Ember.
Okay, so Cordiana and Samel and Trinket are near the book, and Cassia is still doing her thing. And let me know, Cassia, if you change any of your actions. So you change to another page. Which page do you choose? Do you choose one that's marked, or you just choose another green tab or a blue tab or whatever?
Is there a marked green one? Like a green tab that is
no, there is not. No, there is not. You can pick
colors.
You can pick. I'm going to allow you to pick the colors you want on the tabs.
All right. What about? It's another good color.
Red.
Pink. Oh yeah, red. What about
Okay.
like reddish pink?
Okay,
Like,
so
not quite pink, not quite red. That way we have like.
okay, so
that's-
reddish pink.
But can it also be marked, or is there no marked reddish pink tabs?
There is a marked reddish pink tab.
Awesome, we'll pick that one.
Okay, you see a spell for a spell for on these pages, and the pages are all, by the way, beautifully decorated. Think one of those like old Latin Bibles where they would like have gold leaf flake, you know, images on them. If you guys have ever seen any of those in a museum,
like illumination sort of thing.
Yeah, illuminations. That's what I'm thinking about. Yes, exactly. It's a book just like that. This one says, a spell to distort images or to distort things that are at a distance. Distort images at a distance.
Just steal that one and go for the
Yeah,
other
let's just put that one
dog-eared.
out. Let's put that one out too. Big
Okay.
book, you won't miss it.
And
Or
then
distort images.
yeah, distort. It's called distance distortion is what it's called, but the spell says a way to. I think it's a way to. Well, you're gonna have to try it and find out. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You'll have to try it and see. And you can pick one more color in the book.
Let's see. What about like periwinkle? That's a fun color.
Oh, now you've done it. There are 3 tabbed pages in that one.
3. Are any of the pages marked?
Yeah, 3 marked pages is what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 marked pages. Oh wow, this is a choice. I'll pick the last marked page.
Okay. That one. Give me a second while I find something that I want here. That is. I'm not seeing. What's that called? Okay, I'm not seeing a spell so I'm just gonna make this one up. It says a spell for lifting the heavy through the through space and sometimes time.
Perfect. I'll try it.
All right. So
Alright, so
you
I
can
just read it out loud, or is that
yeah.
anything
Read it
special?
out loud, and I will tell you in 1 second what you're going to read.
I think I'm back now.
Hey, honey.
The cam isn't working, but I hear you.
Yeah, I'm getting the cam up. I'm sorry, everything exploded. Our internet decided to die.
Oh.
And then it wouldn't let me back in, and I had to reinstall Firefox and the plugins.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you just dropped right on out there. But that's all right, because all we've done is
allowed.
all we've done is we have I'm just coming up with a quick spell. I have to admit that this is one of my favorite parts about doing this fun game, is making stuff up off the spot.
That's the
While
best.
you're doing that, can I put the lizard on the book?
Oh yeah. You can, and by the way,
Okay.
you don't have to ask me for permission. For the most part, you can just do whatever you want. If there's something that for some reason I possibly would tell you couldn't do, it wasn't allowed, just tell me what you do.
All right. I put the lizard on the book and I pressed the pink gemstone.
Oh, okay. And by the way,
Hey.
remind me, have we done the pink gemstone yet?
No, we did. I think we did red, blue, and brown.
Okay. And I was asking you to keep track of that in your thing
Yes.
because for exactly this reason. You push the pink gemstone and nothing happens. It just lights up. The gecko makes a happy purring noise and then it goes dark again.
Aw.
That's not nothing. That's awesome.
Yeah, basically, it doesn't run off or nothing happens, anything, but the pink gemstone. Okay, so here is the spell. And I'm going to put it in here for you, whoever wants to decide to read it.
Oh man, those are some words.
Here,
Hey,
I'll make
that's
it. I'll
like
make
what
it
they have
easy
on
on you
blogs.
and make it so that you only have to do
I know
half
what-
of them.
Alright,
There, do that half there.
Lorem ipsum dolor sitamet. Consecutor.
And at that
Mm,
point, when
Alex.
you're reading it like that, Cordiana,
Oh, yes.
Shantae says, "Oh, no, you must do it louder and with more force. My master always says that spells are only as good as those who wield them." And then she makes this noise like, woo.
Can we all say that?
Yeah.
yeah, let's just all say it all together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm tucking Ember into my coat pocket and put the lizard in the pocket and securing him up and...
Should we
okay.
hold hands or something? I don't know.
I think we should bear hug and like
Yes, we should all be in a bear embrace while we
In a nice tight bear
and kind
hug.
of sway a little bit.
And I'm like at all of your navels, like just like trying to go along. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay, ready?
Lorem ipsum
Is
dolor sit amet.
sit amet.
Consectator
Consectator.
adducing
Elite.
Sed roncus herpes. Non
Service
Ulum
non.
corpor. Present in diem.
Present
Closer. Extumison. I sit amet.
Audio.
I think she had to
we broke
mute.
the DM.
I think she had to mute because she's laughing too hard.
We broke
Yeah,
the
she
DM.
muted because she's laughing too hard.
We broke Jessa.
Oh, God. That was funny. Oh, that was good. Oh, God, that was good. What happens is as you come to Akumsan id sit amet audio, all of you begin to slowly lift up off the floor. And next thing you know, Trinket, who was closest to the hole underneath, goes up through the hole. Cassia bangs her head kind of near the hole, and Cordiana and Ember, but you're floating up there with your heads up against the ceiling like this, and Cassia, you feel the hand of Shantae, and she just starts tickling your ears. She's reaching out and reaching out to where you are by the ceiling, and she's just like, Gucci, 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 Gucci. And Trinket,
Cassia
what
just
you
puts her
see
hands over
is you're still floating, but you're just sort of hanging there floating. So, and then all of a sudden Shantae goes, "Oh, did I forget to tell you the spell for how to get down? Oh, oops. Sorry. Tiki, 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 tiki." And she's like, "You have the cutest ears I have ever seen."
Okay, Cassia's gonna just reach up and grab this woman's arm and not let go.
And she's wriggling and stuff. Imagine like a full-on toddler thing. She's wriggling and...
So now, with everyone else clinging to Cassia, I guess we're spinning around in the air, huh?
Yeah. Trinket's up above the hole.
Wait,
I mean,
so
Trinket's
I'm
inside.
In the chamber, yeah?
You are in the chamber now, Trinket.
Okay.
The hole is below you, and you're just sort of happily floating there.
Swimming.
As you move your arms, you start to move. And you start to float around.
Fun.
Like swim.
Guys, swim! Air swim! It's working. I don't know why.
Fine.
I let go of Cassia. Kind of
And I let go of the crazy woman who I'm convinced is just yet another scam artist at this event.
And she goes, and then she takes her head and you see her disappear back into the hole. Trinket, what you see is her scuttle back to her pile and suck her thumb.
Scuttle. Suck.
Yep.
This
And then
woman's
she
mad.
says, now I shall
What are
never
we
tell you
doing?
the
We're
get down
wasting
spell.
time.
She's like a pixie, isn't she? So.
Yeah, I would say she is a cross. You know, so you'll have to ask her, but she's sort of a pixie, yeah.
Okay.
That
We're
would
gonna
make
breaststroke into the hole.
Okay.
I'll follow. Some nice swimmer's kicks.
So
That
yeah,
might send me a little bit far. So maybe I'll just use my arms.
Samel, what are you doing, Pumpkin? Cassia, you find it a little... I'm sorry, I apologize. I asked you a question and then started talking. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I'm tired. I don't know. I'll probably just go on as well and see where, I guess, up there leads.
All right. All four of you are now floating in this hole. And all of a sudden... Trinket, just nearby you, you are floating near the chandelier, which is still above your head. You know, it's gone up into this top ceiling. And this girl, Shantae, is over in the corner, and she just goes, oh. And she snaps her fingers twice, and the chandelier comes flying down. And I want you to... It comes flying down, and it nicks you, and I want you to take 1d6 damage, please. And just remember, you click the macro at the bottom and roll the 1d6. And it clips you pretty good.
Modifier.
Yeah, no modifiers. Oh,
Ooh,
ouch.
smack.
Yeah, so you got a pretty good nasty bruise on that. And I'm now going to move us to the other room. I'm going to take the other room and put it here.
I changed my little thingy to 12 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yep. That's right. And you can see now that your green bar has lowered. Remember that your blue bar, and remind you and the audience, your blue bar, Samel has one and Trinket has one, Cordiana and Cassia will get one eventually, are for your RP points. And remember that you guys have RP points that you can use to get yourselves out of difficult situations. And let me move that down a little bit. Move that to the map layer. That you guys can use to get out of difficult situations. So yeah. So you guys are all floating down, and you guys see the chandelier suddenly drop back into its hole, and Trinket kind of spins off into the air as the chandelier nicks her arm, and you can see some blood come up where it scratched her pretty good. And you see this lovely girl, and I'm going to put a token out to represent her now.
Not cool, Shantae. What about all the promise of the heart crap?
Oh, that promise will come true. You will honor it. There's terrible things that happen if you don't. And then she just looks at you with a flat face. She looks pretty irritated at the current moment. So you guys have a whole room here to explore, and I am not finding what I want, so I'm going to go. So give me a moment while I find Shantae's icon, and you guys can look around and just tell me what you're doing. Remembering, if you want to know what you're looking at, remember that everything you see looks like this. So you can just dig through the piles and pull things up and then ask me what's on them, and I will tell you.
Everything looks like that, Jessa? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
all the way around the corners of the room, everything looks like that. Yeah. Siri.
Maggie got it.
Oh, yeah. Everything looks like that, Siri.
Oh.
Darian's like, oh, I get it. Oh, they're being naughty. Cordiana, I mean, Candace, we will tell you what we're talking about at break.
Okay. Okay, cool.
It's naughty.
There's a lot of little chests and things laying around, right?
Chests, yes. There are scrolls
them
poking
open?
out of some of them. There are piles of furniture. There, you know, basically everything you see. There are old books. And what it smells like up here, Samel, I love how you do that. She's just walking around the corners of the room. You're so cute. And hold on a second. I'm having a brain fart because I'm trying to do 12 things at once, as usual. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is come up with a pixie. So to the audience, as usual, the way I come up with things on the spot is I have numerous resources that I have gathered. And if you'd like to know what some of those resources are, you can leave a comment below and I will link you to those. But this one is a site at minus.com, which is a image site. And a guy named Razor, R-A-Z-I-R, has uploaded a bunch of images to Minus, which I am grateful to him for doing that. And I use his content. So what I'm looking for, though, these are... Yes, dear.
Okay, I see like a wardrobe like in the back, and it looks like I throw open the doors because I'm able to swim, and that's one of the only things I can get to. And I throw it open, and I see it's filled with like slightly old-fashioned clothes. So I start rummaging through the clothes to see if there's any cute like costume jewelry or like fun hats or anything that I could totally pinch.
Yes, and what you also see in there is, I mean, it's a lot of costume clothes for men, for women. It's as if, and the minute that you open that chest, that wardrobe up, Shantae starts giggling madly and says, "Oh, you like to play dress up like the master?"
Oh, Lord.
So I am looking for, as you can see, audience, I'm looking for a proper, just something to represent Shantae. And it doesn't have to be exact. It can be... Just, I'm looking for something that kind of represents her personality a bit. And I think I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to open that up and download it real quick. And then upload it again to Imager. I mean, not to Imager, to Roll20. So we go back here to Roll20, and I'm going to open up that folder and just drop her onto the board. And the reason why I share with you guys what I'm doing is because I want to encourage you guys to be able to use Roll20 as well, too. So that's it. I just move her on. She's now a token. And, of course, if I don't like Shantae's token or it's not what I'm looking for, then I can use another token later on or replace it. Wow, Shantae's huge.
I was noticing that.
So I make her pretty small because she's kind of small. And there she is. And then I'm just going to double click on her and show her nameplate so that we can see her name. And it helps to remind me of what her name is. And allow the players to see her name.
Oh, there she is.
Yep. And there's Shantae. Okay, so Shantae starts giggling, and so you can go ahead and pull out whatever costumes you can pull out of your. You can see a pirate costume. You can see something from looks like from what we in our world would have like the 17th century. You know, it's like a gorgeous masquerade ball gown. And you'll notice that sometimes for the women costumes, there are 2 or 3 copies of the same costume, but for the men costumes, there's only 1 copy. And I'm going to put on some exploring music now for what might be happening here. And let's see. Not sure. Let's see what that is. Okay.
Should we? Oh,
go ahead.
Hey, should we take some of these costumes so we can? I don't know.
Yeah, like what are the costumes?
sounds fun.
like?
Cassia, what do you think as you see Trinket going over? Trinket, show me by drawing on the board or pointing it out where your costume wardrobe is.
I imagine it's in this. I don't. Which tool do I use for that? I'm sorry, the paintbrush.
Yeah, the paintbrush, and then you click on it, and it will show you another drop down, another menu, and you can click on the freehand, and that's what I like to use. Oh, that's good.
It's like
that's perfect.
Like in that corner.
Okay.
So it's over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see Trinket over there, and she's tossing clothes out, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm like rummaging. I'm not helping at all. I'm just like chucking them like, oh, that's pretty, that's shiny, that's gross. Yeah.
And
Still not
Shantae is
bringing
watching
photos.
this, and Shantae goes, have you found the mermaid costume yet?
Well, Cassia actually has a secret weakness for pretty clothes, so you know she's kind of kicking at the stuff that's being thrown on the ground and trying to look like she's being serious, but she's really admiring the ruffles and imagining what it would be like to wear that much lace.
Cordiana, your baby kitty that you had picked up and carried up with you, floated up with you, you notice that Ember is going over and kind of sniffing and purring against Shantae, and Shantae's like, oh, you pretty little thing. You pretty little thing. And
Well,
Ember's
anyone
just
who
sort
likes
of purring.
cats is probably a good
Okay.
person.
Well, I'm pulling out the lizard.
Okay.
We
So
need
the
your
gecko...
guidance, lizard.
Okay, so pressing the brownstone is what got us in this trouble in the first place. So I'm gonna press the brownstone again. What happens?
Okay.
By the way, just check it out.
Oh, what is that?
Wow.
Oh, it's a
It's a
gecko! Oh,
It was
that
on my
is
wall,
cool.
and
I'm
I
going to
looked
put you on the
behind
big
me
screen
and I
series.
realized
Look at
It
that.
even has like the buttons.
I like it. That's exactly what she looks like now.
Oh,
So-
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
But I
Cordiana,
was
what's...
looking at it and I was like, this is the lizard.
Oh, that's
Buttons.
awesome, Siri. Thank you. So, yeah, so that's the lizard. That's great. Awesome. The gecko, I mean. I'm sorry, I keep saying lizard. I'm going to move your gecko over here. So you press the brown
Oh, yeah.
button and...
Yes.
Just a minute, Cordiana.
Okay.
Oh, you guys, I forgot to show you. Roll20 has updated.
Ooh.
And if you go and click on go to the journal tab and click on your character and open it up, you will see that there's a character sheet now.
Nice.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome? They now have character sheets, so you don't have to use the PDF anymore. So,
That's handy.
during the break or during the week, I'll ask each of you to come in and fill that out to the best of your ability, and whatever you can't do, we'll do at the next session. Let me say, oh yeah, okay. So the brown, you press the brown again and the gecko starts shaking itself, and then it starts running around in circles, around and around, and I'll show you, just running around and around. Let me change the color of this to this. Running around and around in circles, like jumping over the wardrobe and running around and around. And then it jumps up here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I want to turn you. There we go. And it jumps up here, and then it points its nose directly down the hallway, the dark hallway down here. And Shantae goes, woo! And then she pets Ember, and Ember's just like hanging out by Shantae and looking at... Ember loves you and is looking at you, Cordiana, with no malice, nothing, no difficulty, but just like purring around. It's all good. And Shantae whips out, she holds out her hand like this, and a little bit of tuna or, some sort of meat appears on her hand, and she offers it to Ember, and Ember's just, yummy.
Oh, okay.
And so, hey Siri, are you filling out your character sheet
Cassia's
already?
Gonna pick up some of the robes on the ground.
Okay, so Samel, also tell me what you're
looking it
doing.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, I hear somebody typing back there. Samel, have you grabbed anything? And just tell me what it is that you guys have taken and whether you've put it on or not.
Well, I found a leather outfit that I'm totally going to throw on.
Let me describe this leather outfit. No, actually, you describe it.
Can I have spikes on it? Like spikes on, like big spikes on the shoulders? And like bat wings. That's what I'm trying to get.
I love gaming day. Samel, you have put this outfit on and put your other stuff away in your pack or your adventuring bag or whatever. Cassia, what are you wearing?
I am about to get a picture for you to help, but they're going to be elegant long robes.
Okay. Trinket, while you're doing that, I will.
Because Cassia, her legs make her stand out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second. I think we have a little bit of lag on my end. Jessa, I'm sorry. Hang on.
No worries. You may try lowering the video quality. Like I told you, adjust bandwidth usage up at the top next to the gear icon, and that helps when you're having trouble with bandwidth.
Is it better now?
I think so. I wasn't hearing too much lag, so I hope it's better for you.
Yeah, like I was saying something and then you were responding like 20 seconds later and I was like, gotta fix that. Let me see.
So, Trinket, what are you wearing? Or what have you grabbed?
Okay, so it's an odd choice. I found this costume that makes me look like a skunk. Like, it's one of the full, like, furry ones, and it looks like a skunk wearing armor. And it's just my size, and it's sung to my soul. I don't know why, so I'm fastening it up the sides over my magical corset, and now I just look like an adorable tiny skunk. I've stolen costumes, like, I put them in my bag. Skunk. That all four of us could wear if we needed to wear them for our performance tomorrow. That make us look like bearded druids.
Is it dinner time, boo-boo? Is that what you're telling mommy? So, all right, so we have costumes. And Cordiana, you see your gecko up on top of this blue illuminated table, and it's pointing, like its tail is looking straight out, and it's pointing right down the hallway. And I'm going to leave us here with this, at this point. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back in the next episode and find out what the gecko is pointing towards, why Trinket looks like a little skunk, what Ember sees in Shantae, what Cassia's wearing, and whether Samel decides to add anything else to her cool Batwing outfit, like a mask or anything like that. But
do I have corpse paint? I'm wearing corpse paint. That is what's happening.
We'll see if there's anything that you can use to paint yourself. You might ask Shantae about that in the next episode. And also, right as you guys are doing all of this, suddenly both Ember and Shantae stand up. And Ember goes, "Sss," and Shantae says, "Oh no, it's the master." And we'll end it there. I want to thank you so much for watching Crafts and Conquests Series 2. And we will come back to WizCon 2014 in the next episode and continue on with this awesome, fun story. I don't think WizCon will ever forget these four women. WizCon will never be the same. But we're going to find out what happens, because some things are about to go down. As always, thank you so much for watching, and also remember to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about this great role play and what you think the women should do next, and if there are any clues you think they may have missed. And if you loved what you saw, also join the party and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Like I said, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click manage subscriptions, then check email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.